Today is our first lesson on trigonometry for grade 12. In grade 12, you're going to learn a lot of new identities. And we're going to do 4 identities today. They are called the compound angles. That is when you have a sine or a cos, and in the brackets you add 2 angles. Now, the way to remember it, I'm going to give you the Afrikaans one because it works good with Afrikaans. The sine compound angles I associate with 2 little girls getting home. And the one says, ek sien kos. Kos is food. And the little girl's chommy says, oh, kos word gesien. So die dogtertjie sê, ek sien kos, en haar maatjie sê, kos word gesien. Dan loop hulle nou na die tafel toe. When you have the cos formula, it's 2 boys running into the house. And they shout, kos, kos, ma, kos, kos. En dan sê die maatjie, ons sien, want het staan op die tafel. So remember it like that. The boys come in and they shout, kos, kos. En dan sê die maatjie, ek sien. Now, when you eat too much kos, wanneer jy te veel kos eet, dan verander jou lyf. Die plus word 'n minus en die minus word 'n plus. If you eat too much food, te veel kos, dan word jy vet. Dan word die plus 'n minus en die minus word 'n plus. Okay, so it's the only way that I can explain it to you to remember the rhythm. So there's a rhythm. Sine is sien kos, kos word gesien. Cos is kos, ek sien. Now, the angles. The first angle in the bracket must be the first angle in each term. The second angle in the bracket must be the second angle in each term. And that works for all of them. Right. So these are the compound angles. Let's quickly do some examples. They are all on your notes. So just make extra notes as we go along.
So you only have lines for 2 of them?
2 of them, yes. Sine is ek sien kos. Kos word gesien. En dan die kos, 2 boys getting into the house and they shout, Mommy, kos. En dan sê die ander enetjie, ek sien. Goed, sal jy nou dit onthou? Yes. Goed. Let's do some examples. The first example is a cos with a minus. So, the cos reminds me of the boys. Cos, sine. Te veel kos, verander jou lyfie. It changes your body. So, the sign changes. Only at cos, the sign changes. Let's look at the sine compound angles. Sine of a minus 20 is little girls. Ek sien kos. Kos word gesien. Okay, so the first angle goes to the first angle in each term, and the second angle goes to the second angle in each term. The minus stays a minus. The next example, as we go along with the examples, you will see that it gets a little bit more difficult each time. So we incorporate different things. Now I'm going to use a special angle in my compound angles. It's a sine formula or a sine compound angle. So it's sine cos, cos sine. The 2 alpha is the first angle in each term, and the 45 degrees is the second angle in each term. Sine keeps the sign. Now we say, sine 2 alpha stays sine 2 alpha. Cos 45 degrees is a special angle, so you have to draw your triangle. And you have to show that it's 1 over square root 2. Cos 2 alpha stays that. and sine 45 degrees, you use your special triangle to get your answer. Now, I can take out this bracket as a common factor. And then in the bracket remains sine 2 alpha plus cos 2 alpha. So I'm going to put this bracket on the square root 2 and then rationalize the denominator. Then you'll get square root 2 over 2 times the bracket. Any questions here?
Do you have to always rationalize?
You have to rationalize, yes.
Our I'm saying that you didn't rationalize.
Then you have to add this. For the triangle, no, you're not going to get one for the triangle, no mark here. But if you don't write it, -1 because you didn't show. Yeah, in grade 12, they subtract easily marks for not showing something.
If it's in pencil, they do something. They don't add, but they can subtract.
They can subtract, but they don't add. So if it's in pencil, it's fine. The next example is proof. Prove that this equals that. If you ever get a sum that says prove, remember it's left hand side equals right hand side. So you have to start either with left hand side or with right hand side or with both and work both downwards. I started with the left hand side, cos 90 plus theta. This is a compound angle for cos. So the rhyme is cos cos, sine sine, and change the sign. The 90 degrees is the first angle, the theta is the second angle. 90 degrees is also a special angle. And I'm going to use my graphs for these special angles. So you have to show it. Cos of 90 is 0, and sine of 90 is 1. So it's 0 minus sine theta, and therefore the answer is minus sine theta.
And what if I just immediately went to reduction formula?
How are you going to reduct?
And cos 90 plus is in the third quadrant, then since it's 90 plus, cos changes to same, and only cos becomes negative because it's in the third quadrant, so minus something.
Okay, I'll accept that, but if they say use compound angles, then you must do it this way. Okay, when I get this answer, I look at my sum and I see it's the right hand side, and then you must conclude left hand side equals right hand side.
No, but if I use the reduction formula, I must literally only gonna have the last step. Are they gonna say I cheated?
But if you show the Cartesian plane to show that.
Because when right, if I use the reduction formula, it's just gonna be that first step and last step.
If you only skip from there to there, you won't get any marks.
But
if you write there a short little essay saying, I used the Cartesian plane, the cos diagram, it falls into the, then I know that you know what to do. Okay. But make sure that they don't say use the compound angles. Question 5. Now I give you the last part of the compound angle. So I start at the back and then I want the front part. So always look for the bigger picture. Don't just stare at the first term, you won't get far. So look at the bigger picture. Sine cos, cos sine. It sounds like the girls entering. So check for, is it the first angles and the second angles? Are they the same? Are they the same? Yes. Therefore, it's a sine, a compound angle. Sine keeps the plus, and I get sine 3 theta. Our next one is a cos cos, sine sine. So it sounds like the boys coming going home. So it's cos. First check, is it 70/70? Is it x? And then remember the sign changes, so it's 70 minus x. Any questions? Good. No. Question number 7. I always first look at the rhythm, the rhyme. Cosine, cosine. It sounds familiar, but it's in the wrong format.
No,
I
it's
want
cos.
sine, cos, cosine. So, number 7.
With
This one.
Example 3. It's 3. It's example number 3.
Okay? So these two factors must swap. Therefore, I put the sine 3x first and then the cos x.
It's on the next. It's look A. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, are you all with me here? So now I have the familiar rhythm, sine cos, cos sine. If you have the rhythm, look for the angles. 3x, 3x, x, x. They are the same. Therefore, this reduces to the sine compound formula, and it's 3x minus x, which gives you 2x. Okay, the big tip, don't take shortcuts. If you can see, that these two need to change, write it down. Don't skip this step. Otherwise, you'll get confused. You'll see at the last example. If you take shortcuts, you'll get confused. Number 8. Sine, sine, cos, cos. It sounds familiar, but it's not the right one. What must it be? Cos, cos, sine, sine. So I have to swap these two terms, but in front of the cos is a negative. So you have to take out the negative, and then this sign changes, it becomes a negative. Now I have the correct rhythm, cos, cos, sine, sine. I keep that minus. This is the rhythm for cos. Now check this, the angles. 3 theta, 3 theta, 2 theta, 2 theta. They are correct. Therefore, it reduces to the cos. Change the sign to a plus, and then you have minus cos 5 theta. Everybody with me? Number 9. Now we get reduction formulas. Cos 320, you first need to rewrite it in the reduction format. So 320 is 360 minus 40. It's in this quadrant. The 140 is 180 minus 40. And the 200 is 180 plus 20. Now you look for what the signs are on the cos diagram. Cos of 360 minus is here, so it's a positive cos 40. Cos 20 stays as it is. Sine 180 minus is in the second quadrant, so it's a positive sine. Sine 180 plus is in the third quadrant. Sine is negative there, so it's a minus sine 20. Then these two signs multiply and you get a minus. Now you first check for your rhythm, your rhyme. Cos, cos, sine, sine. It's correct. Now double check the angles. 40, 40, 20, 20. That's good. Then it reduces to the cos compound angles, and the sign changes to a plus. 40 plus 20 is 60. Now I have another special angle. So you have to draw your triangle and get your answer. Okay, can you see how everything fits in together, including grade 10 and 11 work? The last one.
Can I ask a question? Can something like this be reduced into one?
Okay. First, rewrite the reduction formulas. So 160 is 180 minus 20 and 110 is 180 minus 70. Then you use your cost diagram to determine the signs of these two. Sign of 180 minus 20 is a positive sign 20 and 180 minus 70 is a positive sign 70. Now, if you look at the rhythm, I see a cos sign, sine sign. That doesn't make sense and it doesn't sound like it should sound. Now you have to look for alternatives. I think I should change these two to sine cos, and then I must also have sine cos. Can I change the sine 70 to a cos something? Yes. With co-functions, the little fairy. She changes the sine into a cos, and she changes the angles to something adding up to 90. Okay? Now I have cosine, sine cos. It sounds familiar, but it's still wrong. It must be sine cos, cosine. So I have to swap those and those. And then I have the correct rhythm. Now check for the angles. 20, 20, 10, 10. Yes. This reduces to sine. Sine keeps the same sign, so it ends with sine 10. Okay. Everybody happy?
Is it if you choose another route there by the end, is it possible you could have ended with cos 80 and not sine 10? Like if someone to do that, is it only
Yes.
one answer? Okay.
Let's say you changed this one to sine 80. Then you should have changed this one also to a sine 80. And then you'll get maybe a cos 80.
I'm just asking, is there only one final answer?
No, no. If I use co-functions, this answer can also be a cos 80. Good question. Alright, that concludes the lesson for today. Now I want to give you your homework for tomorrow.
Are you absent?
Absent? No? I'm here. It's exercise 1, page 3, number 1 to 4.